Welcome back, guys, to Trails from Zero. Well, last episode, after finishing our Chapter 4 Day 2 patrol at Armorica Village, we swung by the ancient battlefield to catch an arch crab to become a master fisher, obtaining the aqua wizard rod that we then used to catch a serpent head and became the divine angler. On hunting down the remaining bracers, we found a new quest awaiting from Imelda, being asked to head to Rosenberg Studio and getting a new doll, only to be tested by the owner of the premises, fighting off an ambush of angelic creations as we now witness the aftermath. Those weren't your normal monsters. Are those springs and gears? Dolls, I presume. Dolls? What kind of dolls do you mean playing with? Unless you four aren't entirely useless then. Sir? Wipe away the shock. I'm Georg, owner of the Rosenberg Studio. You four are the brass of the CPD Special Support Section, I presume. Yes, sir. Did Ren tell you about us? No, I didn't need to hear it from her. Maybe a recluse, but that kind of information gets around. So I'm not too keen about handing this over to Imelda, but a promise is a promise. Here. You doll's trunk. Thank you, sir. I was not expecting you to hand it over this quickly, considering your objection earlier. Every doll has its own destiny. Could be this doll has to pass through the hands of a boorish broker before it finds itself where it truly belongs. It's the same with people. Each and every one of our destinies rest in the hands of the goddess. Wise words. Things do make a bit more sense when you phrase it like that. Wait just a second. What was the deal with those angels and monsters you had us fight? Does this mean that Ren really is a part of that society? Detective Bannings, do you really have the time to be worrying about things like that? Huh? I am a humble doll maker. Nothing more, nothing less. You are attempting to confront the many illnesses plaguing this land. However, you will find it impossible to find a cure for all of them. Despite all that, I hear that you intend to gaze into the bottomless abyss. Same goes for Ren. Her destiny is not directly entwined with yours. Before you worry yourselves with Ren, isn't there someone else who should be taking priority? Sir? You mean Kia, right? Lloyd found her in a suitcase that was meant to contain one of your dolls, but it appears you already know that, sir. If you know something about Keto, now's the time to spill the beans. Did you forget what I just told you? Every doll has its own destiny. It's quite possible that through some strange twist of fate, life took root in one of my creations, and it became human. Come again? What are you even trying to say? To be clear, no dolls with her characteristics have ever been crafted by these hands of mine, as far as I can recall. The entire incident was likely someone appropriating the Rosenberg name. Phew. That was in bad taste, sir. So you really don't know anything about Kia? At the very least, I am not aware of how she became involved in that auction. I assume neither is Ren. Well then. Damn, and here I was hoping that you'd have some kind of clue for us. That reminds me, is Ren inside? No, she just left actually. She's quite the fickle child. You'd be wasting your time to try and catch her here. Wait! I have no more to say to you four. Go on, take that doll to Imelda. Tell her to deposit the mirror in the usual account. By the way, there's no sign of the old man. It's kind of sucky that I'm only getting $5,000 for this. Anyone else thinking that? I've been incredibly shortchanged? Just me? The Society of Ouroboros, eh? Don't know if that old man is a part of it. One thing's for sure. Those guys are anything but normal. I'm curious about those dolls. Even the Epstein Foundation is still incapable of creating things of that nature. And the Bell's CCF has only just begun their research into them. Rosenberg Studio is becoming more and more mysterious with every visit. This might be too much for us to handle at this point in time. I think you might be right there. Well, we still have a job to do. Let's take this doll back to the antique shop. I'm sure Imelda is waiting for us. Sounds good. My goodness. Well, that was a thing. It was more the fact that we did the crash bomb just in case they weren't immune to everything. But now everything is immune to status effects. Lloyd's really hurt again. That's just something we have to deal with now. That Lloyd is injured now. All the bosses, all the enemies, we can no longer seal them. The only option we really get now is 80 delay. So we gotta take what we can get, right? I'm assuming that's it for the day. He says, realizing the fact that he just walked into a random place trying to find braces, got a quest, and that could happen anywhere, at any time, throughout everything we've done. It makes me feel tired. I don't like missing things. Anyway, back to the city. And back to Imelda. We need to ask for a raise on this one. Things go for so much. It's probably the thing that Maribel wants the most, I'd imagine. That's what she was there at the auction for. Anyway, we haven't checked out here again yet, so we should do that on the way too. I don't know how I can thank you for your help, everyone. I'm truly relieved to have consulted you, instead of following my lady's orders as I had originally intended. Not a problem, ma'am. The SSS is here to help with any and all requests. Okay, I'll be sure to remember that. Thank you very much, everyone. Glad I summoned my courage. Knock. I said it, right? It's true, there really is no place like home. Thank you, everyone. You've truly helped me in ways nobody could understand. No trouble at all. You really should try to communicate with your father more, though. That is the plan. You give me the confidence to give it an attempt. We'll visit them again in the future. Knock. It truly is a relief. The Imperial faction no longer has any ammunition to use against us. Now we can plan our countermeasures. The diet with our minds at ease. I should say Representative Campbell was unusually agitated. Maybe he's actually been worried about his daughter. As if. Suppose I should offer you my thanks for returning my foolish daughter. I believe I've said my piece. Please leave immediately. Life is good then. Just trying to think, like, where could we go for random tidbits of information here. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. I've regret to inform you that Ilya and Risha are currently occupied. We should be the ones apologizing. We didn't mean to barge in while the troops performing. Well, it's not like we had any urgent business here. We can always drop by some other time. I agree. Let's leave them to it. Our apologies for the disturbance. I was going to check up on a certain someone then. To be honest, we won't get anything from this one, I don't think. I mean, I should probably check, but I think it'll be exactly the same. CPD. Could be good. Ignis could be good. Wrong one. Yeah, it's just the same dialogue, I'm pretty sure. Yep. I think that was the same. Short-term memory of having read X amount of dialogue since then. Alright, off to St. Ursula then once we turn in the quest. So first of all, let's go to the IBC and do what I was going to do. Is that trunk what I think it is? That's right. Drug agreed to leave it with us. Would you like to confirm its contents? Sweet Helios, it really is that nuts new doll. Cannot fathom how you convinced him, but bravo. I'm not sure if we convinced him or if he was just impressed by our raw stubbornness. Either way, it is a marvelous doll, isn't it? I've seen some before at a friend's place. Each one truly is a masterpiece. The craftsmanship takes one's breath away. I'm inclined to agree. They're remarkable. I was expecting it to be about the same size as Kia, though. That sweet little girl you brought before, eh? They're Rosenberg dolls that are about her height, yes. York seldom makes them, though, so you never see them on the market. That's also why they're said to fetch such outrageous prices at the auction. Perhaps older dolls were more her size. For example, I remember Belle's being a similar height. Oh, really? I have a question, Imelda. Are you aware of the other dolls Rosenberg Studio has made? Other dolls? What do you mean? How about giant dolls can move on their own? Ring any bells? Specifically one that looks like an angel, another with a big face. Oh, are you perhaps talking about the automata? If anything, I'd say those are actually his specialty. I've heard their movements have become even more precise since he started incorporating orbital technology in them. You know about them? And you didn't? Even Arkanshell uses them on stage from time to time. I believe the soldier with the spear in their latest production was an automaton. What? You mean the one that was twirling that spear around like it was nothing? I never would have guessed. Not in a million years. Well, surprise. The troops sent an entire order for complex stage props too. Everything from the lighting apparatus to the water control to the wire flying system was entirely Georg's handiwork. I suppose it's still far from being public knowledge, though. Oh, my mind's blown. I will admit that I thought the stage was incorporating impressive tech. Does that mean that those angels and monsters function similarly? Who's to say? That old coot's full of mysteries, not to mention stubborn to the bone, and hates just about everyone he meets. But as long as he puts out a new product every so often, and lets me dip in it on the profit, I don't have any complaints. At any rate, you certainly didn't disappoint. Dearies, you'll be the first on my list to call if I ever need a hand again. If you insist. Well then, if you'll excuse us. Getting a new doll is complete. Now I need 30k, don't I? Speed of dolls, that reminds me of another curious rumor I heard some time ago. Spoke of these peculiar mechanical dolls that could move of their own accord, and even went on rampages during the LaBelle incident. Perhaps the York played some role in those proceedings after all. Is this shutdown of orbital technology throughout an entire country really something to make light of? No, it's not, especially given what we know about the society's role in it. Alright, 30k I need to make. By giving this quest, we'll be at 13. Still haven't got this chest yet. Just makes me feel really bonkers about it. Like, come on. How have I not got that? Right, reporting time. Because we just got an extra one. That's worth 8? I mean, still not the 12 that we got somewhere else, but... Still on a long. I mean, it wouldn't change because we've not changed any story stuff. Kia, anything to say about dolls? Now, have a good day, be careful. I guess we wouldn't really discuss what we've talked about here. Okay, so... Yeah, check the CPD. See if anything moved on there. It doesn't really look so, does it? So all the police are still doing their policey things. And I've not got enough for the combat notebook. Go to the IBC then, trading some money. Check out the downtown district, see if anything's gone on more at Ignis. Because, you know, things changed back at the other household. We tell Maribel about the doll, maybe. Okay, when I want to exchange... Ooh, I want a froggy bank. I'm assuming it'll have to be these ones. One, they give a lot more money. I got trade 689. That's nearly enough. That's actually enough. Never mind. Oh, actually I shouldn't. You know what? I'll trade 423 of this as well to bring it like even. And then I'll have like a stipend. Money. I have money. Money is good again. In fact, I can warp around to make it a little bit faster. Is there anything I haven't done? Except for St. Ursula. Oh, it did change here. Damn, it's tense in here. Is it just me or does Wold have a total scary looking aura around him? He looks super pissed off. Why'd I have to come to this? Jay got sent to the hospital because of Dino. What happened to that kid? Huh? What's with you guys? You got a boner pick with me? Wouldn't mind thrashing you guys if you're asking for it. I managed to snatch up Jed's position in the Vipers. Bow down to my true power. My little punk thinks he could just take Jed's position like that. Damn it all, I wish Wold hadn't stopped me, because I would have beaten his ass in the next week. Both people want to throw down, then who's to stop them? Saber Vipers are all about survival of the fittest. It's just me or is everyone acting a little off today? Something happened to the Vipers, Wold? A bunch of pigs like you have no reason to be sticking your nose into our business. It was just a stupid argument between a couple of my boys. Get lost or I'll use your heads as batting practice. Throw down with the Vipers, eh? Didn't see that one coming. Likewise, Wold usually rules them with an iron fist. Get lost or I'll use your heads as batting practice. Fair dues. Interesting. At least for all that guy's vices in Lotus Heights, it seems to be just drink. If you can say just drink is good compared to what else is going on around the place. Right, I want the evasion. Thank you very much, Lee. I come for you. Maybe in time we probably want another strength one, to be honest, as well. Lucky thing is I was going to come here anyway, pretty much. So because it's a speed, we'll just put it on for pretty much the evasion to go with the Grail Locket. But I could also switch it off once I've got something else and give someone else the Grail Locket. That is an option too. But then all the CP generating things won't be there. So Lloyd has at least like 30% base evasion. It's better than nothing. He probably has like more evasion based on his person anyway. But I think that is that. We are off to do more stuff. One thing I could possibly upgrade here is a slot, which I can do indeed. So let's get Ellie a slot upwards. 600 for the next. That'll work for me. And now we're off to St. Ursula Medical College. Let's continue ever onwards. To St. Ursula we go. What is going to be going on here? Well, weirdly enough, the police are here and Kate is here. So what's going on with that? Kate, what are you doing here? I believe it is rare for uniformed members of the CPD to be assigned duties to take them outside the city. I was just escorting some people here. You see, there's a few members of Hayway recovering at St. Ursula Hospital. And since some of the 2nd Division detectives wanted to question them, I was put in charge of driving them here with one of the police cars. I don't think the department knows how bad of a driver I am, though. Gotcha. What matters is that you made it. Thanks, but Hayway, they're one of the mafias, right? I didn't know about them at all. 2nd Division sure are taking their time with the questioning. Last time I checked, it was already past noon. I hope those Hayway guys aren't giving them a hard time. Wait, how did a police officer not to know that Hayway were a mafia? Surely there'd be a big brief. Hospital's been bringing in a lot of scary-looking guys all morning. Can't say I was expecting that when I woke up today. Something happened in the city. I'm wondering where to start here, because I was wondering if we get sucked into cutscenes. Alright, we'll have to check and see if Dr. Guenter has any time to meet with us. Yes, we should probably ask the receptionist about that. I just hope he didn't play hooky to go fishing again. I would not even be surprised if that were the case. I'm going to visit my boyfriend today. You can call him a bit of a delinquent. I just hope he doesn't cause the other patients too many problems. I'm wondering, actually, if I, can I brag about the fish we just got? I hope that patient that was carried to the ICU will be okay. Someone got really messed up then. Who does he think he is playing games with a Viper's leader? Dino, when I come back, you're going to have hell to pay. What's with Dino and that crazy strength of his? Damn it all. It's crazy that only certain bits of Crossbell updated. That was bizarre. Throws you for a loop when the formulas get messed with. I'm in the middle of studying for our next exam. Could you please leave me alone? The exam is still quite far away, but it's always best to start preparing early. Fair dues. Word is that the patient who was carried into the hospital this morning had a gunshot wound. Oh dear, I hope the hospital doesn't get caught up in anything dangerous because of all this. Gunshot wounds indeed. Places where normally people don't get shot. It's always quite a shock to the system. The parts that were affected by what was going on updated, yeah. Which, to be honest, I did know that that was the case. Usually after a quest, you get new dialogue. You know that Dr. Guenter lives here in the dorms too. He's always a lazy bum in the morning, so I have to make sure to give him a good scolding before he starts work. Do you know? But they weren't involved in a quest. They were involved in something that seemed, is actually parallel, obviously, in relation to the current storyline. So, with that said, it made sense for it to update. But equally, it wasn't exactly normal? West ones do so much. Otherwise, it usually updates when you get another section of time in the day. I have some free time until evening, so I should probably study just a tad. Might as well put all these medical textbooks I lugged over from home to good use. I think we've still got 3 more chests to get, but I'm glad we got the fishing done too. We can brag to Dr. Guenter! Are you still in bed? She's up. She's up and about. I actually bought a tad too many bed sheets when filling out the purchase forms, and Mayfair got really ticked off with me. again. See, I thought 50 sheets weren't enough, so I added one more 0 to the order. Oh no, Biggie, I've decided not to freak out over every little mistake. Just brush it off, Zerone. Nobody's perfect after all. Paper is really heated right now, but I've decided not to let that get me down. Not gonna worry about every little thing anymore. Just gotta brush it off. Nobody's perfect. Sure. Just keep making mistakes. That'll go down well. Dr. Guenter and the others just ran back into the hospital. I didn't get a good look, but it seemed that they had a seriously wounded man with them. So Dr. Guenter's busy. That we've just learned. How's Shizuku today? Thanks again for your help yesterday, everyone. I think you helped Shizuku out in more ways than one. Huh. Oh, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for yesterday. It was nothing. Besides, we got something out of it, too. Someone looks happy. Me? Well, I get to go visit the city tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Father told me that you would be able to take a break from work. That busy geezer managed to get day off from the guild, huh? So happy for you, Shizuku. Now you can give him the present you made yesterday. That's my plan. Oh, and if it's okay with you, would you mind if I came and played with Kia? Of course you can. You're always free to stop by. We have work to do, but the Chief and Kia should be at the SSS building. I can already picture Kia's smiling face when you arrive. Thank you. I'll make sure to dress up when I leave tomorrow then. I hope I'll get to meet with Kia during tomorrow's trip. That would really make tomorrow perfect. Is this the time to be taking her into Crossbell, considering what's going on? But equally, she's going to be with Arios, so isn't here. Is anything a bother, really? The plan was to hide out in the hospital until the storm blew over, but little did I know I'd have another one waiting me here. One by the name of Martha. It was just my luck that I'd assigned that bullish head nurse of all people. I'd be assigned. This place has become quite hostile. Can't stand that head nurse. Who does she think she is, bossing me around? Damn it all, why does a dying member like myself have to go through such torture? I'm glad. I'm fine, just a little fit, that's all. Mr. Seal was supposed to come check on me later too, so I'll be okay. You sure? Don't worry about me, all I have to do is take my medicine. Oh, okay. That kid's never gonna have an operation at this point. I just had my appendectomy this morning. Goddess, was it a hospital? Horror hospital? Was it horrible? It hurts and I'm hungry and I want to sleep. I don't want to do anything either. Appendectomy. Farewell, appendix. Farewell. I just got a call from my mother-in-law saying that she's bringing my son to come pay me a visit. Oh, Helios, what do I do? She's gone to such great lengths to accommodate for me while I'm here. I don't know how I'd begin to repay her. Oh my, there's so many people here today. So, who are you here to visit? You? I'm in love, says Randy. You can teach me so much. Thankfully, the patient that was carried in today only suffered minor injuries. As of now, he should be sleeping in room 201. Okay. The entire hospital has been awfully hectic ever since this morning, but seems to finally be settling down now. All things considered, I'm just thankful that the man brought in is in stable condition. So he's in room 201. He's out of surgery. Dr. Guenter could be free then. The bedsheets used at St. Ursula bought from Mr. Hayworth, a local trader. And I, being the intelligent person I am, decided to put Sarone in charge of ordering more. I told her to buy 50 sheets, and she bought 500. 500! You hear me? 500! Thank Adios, Mr. Hayworth noticed something was off and notified the hospital. What am I going to do with that girl? If I had been any other trader, we would have definitely been forced to buy the 500 no questions asked. If I could say anything about Sarone, it's that she's absurdly lucky. I mean, was it a good deal in bulk? Could you have bought them, mate? Oh, there they are! Of course they'd be here. Could it have been a saving in the future because you know you're going to go through sheets? Hey, wait, Gunza. Aren't they cute having a story lined up beforehand? They went the whole 9 arch. It's the 2nd Division looking into the attack on Hayaway. Yep, request came straight from the 1st Division. They asked if we could get statements from those hospitalized and see what we can dig up. But it's not like these guys will ever rout Hayaway. Their lips are sealed. Those 1st Division guys really piss me off sometimes. They knew we'd get jack squat. Were they taken advantage of because the 1st Division didn't want to go through the formality of taking statements? That's rough. Guess the 2nd Division's got its own trials and tribulations to deal with. I've been holding out since this morning, hoping we'd get even a scrap, but I think it's time we pack it up. Those Hayaway guys are tough customers, I'll give them that. It's the first time I've interacted with them, but they're clearly well trained and loyal to a fault, even in the lower ranks. This is why I kept coming back to the CPD, is to find these two. Damn the first division. This is why they piss me off. They always waltz in and snatch our cases. They have the balls to drown us in busywork while the real action's out there. If you weren't looking at books about the greatest women of Crossbell thinking they'll be naughty books, maybe they'd have more faith, I don't know. Several men from the Hayway Training Ltd, or Limited, were carried in on stretchers this morning. One was transferred to this ward. For the time being, that's where he will stay, at least, until he's well enough to be able to speak. However, it's clear that these aren't wounds normal civilians would ever get. Calling these men suspicious would be an understatement. Some men from an organization named Hayway were rushed into the hospital this morning. The ones that weren't transferred into this ward have a harder road to recovery ahead of them. I imagine they're sleeping in the ICU right now. Okay, so they could still be doing surgery. At any rate, the circumstances surrounding them are a tad too suspicious for my liking. Damn, police are pests as always. They can ask me whatever questions they like, still won't get anything out of me. I may not look so worse for wear, okay. But I'm still a patient, am I not? I can afford to show a little consideration toward a man on the mend. Apparently my co-workers who admitted with me are still in the ICU. I hear they should be able to work up by tomorrow though. I must admit, St. Ursula does work wonders. That new guy apparently got banged up bad during a fight. I don't know how I feel about sharing a room with what could be some rough and tough thug. Give him a porno. That seems to work for everyone here. My girlfriend stopped by to visit today. I told her she didn't have to, but she absolutely insisted. Talk about embarrassing, right? Just gotta look at that hunky guy. Go like, yeah. That's what we do here. We just did dirty mags over to each other, one by one. That'll be friendship. Nurses find it. This morning was the first time I've ever seen someone get carried in from an ambulance. I sort of wish I didn't see it, actually. He was writhing in pain. It made my stomach just twist. The man who was carried in here seems to be in stable condition now. His injuries were clearly caused by bullets and physical blows. Everything about it sets off my alarms. Stable condition. I'm sure. Oh, sweet Adios, please protect my daughter. Keep her from contracting something serious. Jeez, Mum, you're going to worry yourself sick. I promise it's just a cold. Get away from me, devil. Ah! Not again. My shift today lasts all the way until evening. Everything's so peaceful when Dr. Guenter isn't around. Yep, I think I'll lay back and relax when I get back to my room. Okay. He's not around, or is it just past his shift? That Dr. Gailey seems eager to perform an operation on this morning's patient. I suppose the surgical department can carry its weight after all. You mean he's doing his job? You should be like, there's a reason. I can't remove bullets with medicine. A number of people were rushed in from Crossbell City only hours ago, all in critical condition. It took a joint effort from everyone on staff, but Joachim and I just finished patching them all up. I'm well and truly wiped out. Maybe I really am getting old. When developing medical ordnance, safety always has to be your top priority. After all, these things are going to be used on people. You can't chance even a teensy tiny error. That right there is what makes this field so difficult to begin with. Safety takes precedence when developing medical ordnance. Even with lab rodent testing, we have no definitive data on how well a certain treatment might work on humans. Developing medical equipment is challenging, no doubt, but it's just as equally fascinating to fiddle around with new up-and-coming treatments. I can't help but buzz with excitement when I think about our designs and prototypes seeing real use someday. There's nothing else there, so I guess now we check in. See if Dr. Guenter can see us or not. Provide the best of our care to those everywhere is St. Ursula's motto. Scoundrel or not, we strive to treat each and every patient to the utmost of our abilities. I was thinking you're the useless one. You're the good one. Why, hello there, everyone. Are you here to visit Cecile? No, not today. We already did. We're here to meet with Dr. Guenter again. Does he happen to be available today? Let me check. Well, Dr. Guenter, I see you picked up the phone today. You have some visitors. If you have some free time, would you? Oh, bad timing. Do you have some examination or research to do? I see what's going on here. Planning to go fishing, are we? I think not. You're on the clock, so you need to do your job. Got it? He's the same as always. Though he is exceptional in his field, his dedication seems lacking. Yes, it's Detective Bannings from the Special Support Section. Yes, I understand. Should I have them meet you in your laboratory then? Well, Dr. Guenter will see you now. If you'll head up to the research ward, please. Ah, thanks. Looks like we threw a wrench in his plans. Dr. Gunter's waiting for you on the 4th floor of the research ward. You know, I recommend you hurry up there before he sneaks away.
Hey, Dr. Guenter, do you see the fish I caught? I'm divine.
That's the first thing I want to happen, is just rub it in. I thought he said he was one. Am I wrong?
Am I wrong? Probably.
This man has a passion, and he works hard apart from that, surely. Excuse us. I think his fishing trips should be excused. Welcome, everyone. How very nice of you to visit. Sorry to show up out of the blue like this. We apologize for getting in the way of your hobby, Doctor. It's fine. Noon is the ideal time to catch noble carp. But if duty calls, duty calls. Trust me, I'm not going to hold a grudge against you over this or anything. He says that, but I feel like he resents us with every fiber of his being. A fishing nut through and through. Well, putting my bit of regrets behind us, what brings you here today? I assume you were here to discuss Kia's condition, but I see she's not with you. Actually, it's about something else. Kia's the same as usual, though. There hasn't been any improvement with her memories. Oh, I see. Personally, I still think you should have had her hospitalized. About that, we've tried to suggest it to her a few more times. She just won't have it. I'm sorry, I know we won't get anywhere closer to solving the problem like this. It's okay, there's no point in rushing things after all. Just keep it in mind. So what's this other matter? I assume it has something to do with my field of expertise? That's exactly right. Would you mind taking a look at this drug for us? Oh? These pills. Such a vibrant blue. No coloring agent I've ever heard of would be able to produce this. We found these pills among the possessions of a certain individual. We suspect they're illegal drugs. I see. Please, would you fill me in on the rest of the details? The symptoms are crazy. Okay, I think I understand now. So, Dr. Guenter, do you know anything about these blue pills? Where they might have been developed, maybe? I'm sorry to say, but I haven't seen this type of drug before. As a pharmacologist, I have contacts in every pharmaceutical company in Zemuria. I typically receive samples of all newly developed medicine. However, I've never seen a pill of this coloration. Ah, that's a shame. And what's more, the effects of these pills are particularly interesting. A boost in strength, focus, reflexes, judgment, and even intuition. It managed to improve every single one of those attributes. Well, we haven't been able to confirm whether or not the Mafia have been taking these drugs. Mine has been the only confirmed case so far. And nothing has truly substantiated Mr. Grimwood's rumors yet. By the way, I can tell you right now that this is no ordinary drug. How about this? Allow me to keep 3 of these pills. I can conduct a composition analysis right away. That would be great. Do you know how long it will take for the analysis to finish? While I have the medicine on me and a general idea of its effects, I like to think I'll have its composition figured out by the end of the day. If I'm not able to do that, this may take a considerable amount of time. Ah, I see. I can contact you tomorrow around noon to let you know how it's going. Would that be okay? Perfect. Thanks for your assistance in all this, Dr. Guenter. It's a big relief knowing you're helping us. By the way, do you think there are any possible side effects or toxicity? About further analysis, I can't say for sure, but if anything happens to that miner, call me as soon as possible. Do the same if you find any others who'd have taken these pills. We can do that. Man, who knows just how far this stuff has spread through Crossbell. We heard rumors popping about it all over the city. Of course, it is impossible for us to question Ravash about this, but if their members really are taking it, I'm concerned about the side effects. Yeah, likewise. Doctor, are you worried about the side effects too? Oh no, that's not it. For all this talk of rumors, I was reminded of one I've heard recently. You too? What kind of rumor? Okay. Remember, none of this was ever officially confirmed or explained, but several years back, there was an odd rumor that floated around the pharmaceutical industry. It talked about a certain religious cult that had created a new kind of drug. A religious cult? Do you mean they were a sect of radicals who split off from the Septian Church? No, there was something even worse than that. Apparently, they rejected the very existence of Adios and worshipped devils instead. At least that's what I heard. They worship devils? This story sounds more and more suspicious by the second. Guys, Link, think. Definitely thought it was absurd when I first heard it too. However, I can't help but recall the effects of the medicine they allegedly created. It was said that they borrowed the power of devils to unlock the hidden potential within humans, even bringing the user good luck. That sounds like same effects of these pills. Excuse me, Dr. Guenter, do you know the name of that drug? Let's see, what was it again? Oh, right, I remember now. They called it True Wisdom, Gnosis, or so the rumor goes. Gnosis? That's quite the thought-provoking name. Well, because of its absurdity, the story became somewhat of an urban myth. You've heard the rumors of the secret society that was connected to that big incident in LaBelle last year, right? Maybe the two could be connected somehow. That must be the society that Estelle and Joshua told us about. Do you think it could possibly have any ties to a devil-worshipping cult? Anyway, in order to uncover the truth behind these pills, I plan to contact some colleagues of mine to help with the analysis. While I do that, I'll also try looking into that rumor to see if it still has any merit. We'd appreciate that. Drug that borrows the power of devils.